Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is another base or mid icon roulette. I have just opened it as I speak right now. Make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well. We are looking for something decent. It's on my account as well. Obviously you get this for doing the 8 icon swap tokens. I've done every single one so far apart from the Foot Champions games. It should have opened by now, so we'll skip through it. But make sure you drop a like on today's video. If you could try it, let's go for a big target. If you could try it 20 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 200 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. As you can see, Gibson's absolutely loving life. That is actually going to be in the video. But yeah, it's on my account, so fingers crossed I can get something good. It can't be a duplicate because obviously I don't have any other icons in my club. I don't believe I do anyway. I'm going to quickly turn the TV back on and hope that I did actually open it properly. I'm just going to... I'll be back in a second. Right, we're back. It's definitely in the club. Let me switch over screens. I am a little bit nervous. I just want something usable, to be honest. Preferably an attacker, preferably a Cruyff. Hopefully it's a mid-icon as well. But yeah, we are currently recording this live over on Twitch as well, as I'm sure some of you will be able to tell. So make sure you drop me a follow if you haven't already. The link is down in the description down below. Get involved in the live streams and all that sort of stuff. Not asking for much then. I'm not asking for much. If we go over to the Icon League and get it started. See, when we did this on Connor's account, I wasn't too nervous. We got him a mid Roberto Carlos. I mean, if I got that, I wouldn't really want it because literally like the only player who's actually tradable in my squad is my left back. But we'll start off with Wales. Please get Wales out of the way. We've got past Wales. It's always a good start when you get past Wales. As we move on higher, Ukraine next. Is it going to be a Ukraine? Is it going to be a Shevchenko? Thankfully, it's not. That's what we like to see, it not being a Shevchenko. If it's going to be a striker, I'd just, at least make him have 4-star skills, something like that. If I do miss any nations, feel free to let me know in the chat. Next is Sweden. I really don't want it to be a Larsen. Thankfully, for my sake, it's not a Larsen. All right, moving on. Moving on, Spain we shall save until top 9. By the way, there is currently a prediction over on the Twitch channel. Is it going to be a nation from the top 9? So, for the believers, they're looking for a top 9 nation. For the non-believers, they're looking for a non-top 9 nations. I don't think there's any from Slovenia or Slovakia, but I was just making sure. Moving on, Serbia. I'd take a mid Nemanja Vidic. It wouldn't be the end of the world. It's not going to be a Nemanja Vidic, though. That's something I can respect, it not being a Vidic. Moving on then, Scotland. Kai says we're going to get a Kenny Dalglish. I would absolutely love a mid Dalglish. Is it going to be Kenny Dalglish? Unfortunately, it is not this time. Unfortunately, not Dalglish. Moving on then, the triple threat of Russia, Romania, and Didier Drogba. It's not going to be a Russia. It's a good start. Is it going to be Hagi next? It's not going to be a Hagi, something that I can respect. Moving on then, is it going to be a Didier Drogba? I'm literally about to complete mid-Roy Keane right now. So fingers crossed it's not going to be a Roy Keane. It's not. Alright, it's not going to be a Roy Keane. Fantastic. Moving on. Next up is Northern Ireland. Now, I think the mid-George Best currently is available to complete. I'm not really planning on doing him, but I definitely would take a mid-George Best. It's not going to be a George Best. Fantastic. Moving on then to Nigeria next. I really don't want it to be a JJ Okocha. Really don't want it to be a JJ Okocha. Thankfully, it isn't a JJ Okocha. Right, moving on. Next up is... We'll save Netherlands. Mexico. Double threat. You've got Hernandez and you've also got Sanchez. Please. I mean, I'd take a mid Luis Hernandez. Don't want Sanchez at all, though. Thankfully, it's not either. Moving on then from Mexico. Yep. We're now moving over to H2L. Is there going to be... Oh, I think it's Japan, isn't it? Please don't be an Nakata. It's not, thank God. Thank God it's not Nakata. Right, moving on. Who is next? Ivory Coast is next. Please don't be an Ivory Coast. It's not. Thank you. Right, moving on. I think, is it Hungary next? Where's Hungary? For a Puskas, this would be absolutely unbelievable. Is it going to be a Puskas? No, it's not. Moving on then, D to G. Now, we're slowly running out of these non-top 9 nations. So, the believers, it's looking good for them. Is it going to be a Ghana? It's not going to be a Michael Essien. Alright, moving on then. I would have liked a mid-Essien, but I don't really needed the M, to be honest. We'll save France. Please don't be Finland. For the love of God, don't be Finland. It's not. Thank you. Moving on. We just need to get past Denmark, and I'll be happy. As long as it's not a Laudrup, which I got so many times last year, I'll take it. We're saving England. We are coming down to Laudrup. Please don't be a Laudrup. It's not. Thank you. Right, it seems like we're being able to avoid him this year. I would take a Nedved. He's pretty decent. Not going to be a Nedved, though. Gibson's saying it's going to be Eto'o. I definitely would take an Eto'o. Either version of him. I'll even take his base. Please be an Eto'o. It's not going to be a Samuel Eto'o. Unfortunately, not this time. And I believe Bulgaria is the last one. So for the believers, they need this. Is it going to be a Bulgaria? It's not. Alright then. I think that's the last one. Does that mean it's definitely top 9 then? Does that mean it's top 9? I believe it does. It is. It's a top 9 nation. Right, moving in to the top 9 nations. We are first going to start off with England. We're going to go through this position by position. Now, I don't think there is many for the defenders and all that sort of stuff. Is it going to be any midfielders? It doesn't look like it's going to be a midfielder. No, it's not. I don't think there's any centre forwards. Is there any right wingers? There's not. Any strikers? It's not. So we've avoided England. Beautiful stuff. Apologies about the Elgato seeming like it's a little bit behind my face cam. I have no idea why it's like that, but it is. So apologies. You probably will see my reaction to the icon before it comes out. But there's not a lot I can really do about that. Right, after England, we shall go to Portugal, because there's only really Eusebio that I'd want. There's no defenders. Is it going to be a Portuguese midfielder? Oh my god. Oh my god, that lag was not ideal. That lag was not ideal. Is it going to be a Eusebio? It's not. Well, it was the hope was there. So it's not England, it's not Portugal. Next, we're going to go to Spain. There's quite a lot for Spain. Is it going to be a Spanish defender? It's not. Beautiful. Is it going to be a Spanish midfielder? It's not. Okay, lovely stuff. And is it going to be a Spanish forward? It's not. So we've avoided Spain. There we go. We'll absolutely take that. It's not England, it's not Portugal, and it's not Spain. Next, we shall go to Argentina. Because again, there's only really Maradona that I'd want here. Is it going to be an Argentinian defender? I really, really don't want a Zanetti. It's not. Beautiful. Don't really want a Veron or Riquelme, but I think... I don't know what position Maradona's base or mid is. Is it going to be an Argentinian midfielder? It's not. Give me a Maradona! It's not a Maradona. Why would it ever be Maradona? So it's not Argentina. Alright, we'll take that. So it's either Brazil, France, German, Netherlands, or Italy. We'll go to Italy next. Is it going to... Oh, there's quite a lot. But let's just get Inzaghi out the way. Beautiful. Is it going to be an Italian midfielder? Why won't this man just leave me alone? Why won't he just leave me alone? Every single FIFA, I pack this man. At least it's his mid. Alright, at least it's his mid. And it's 90 rated. But... like, it's a good card, but he's just not usable on FIFA. He's just not usable on FIFA. He can pass the ball and he can dribble, but that's not what you need on FIFA. It's just not what you need. He doesn't really get into my team, does he? I mean, he'll probably go in there instead of Valverde. I'll put a shadow on him, something like that, but he's just not what I want, to be honest. Well, that's not fun. This is why I don't do icon packs, because they're just a waste of time. Spent multiple hours grinding for that. I mean, yeah, at least he's 5-star, 4-star, but he's no pace, can't shoot, can't defend, and he's terrible physically. He's only 2 decent stats. Mean nothing on FIFA. Well, if you have enjoyed watching today's video, please make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't really get anything too good, to be honest, but at least it's something half decent. You know what I mean? It's usable at least, so I'll take it. Thank you for watching, though. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.